Hello. So the Rittenhouse verdict was the right verdict. The only reason I'm not absolutely leaping about in joy about it is that it should never have happened. The whole thing should never have happened in the first place. And I'm going to talk about that. But first, I'm going to talk about the Kendry problem. Because they were the only witnesses. I mean, even the prosecution witnesses ended up working for the defence. The Kendrys were the only people who said they hadn't actually asked Rittenhouse to come and help protect their lot. On the other hand, they had no way of saying that they told him to go away when he did turn up. So you might say here that silence implies consent. My guess about the Kendrys is, I can't call them liars, can I? But what I can say is that there's a lot of pressure they might have felt about legal comeback if they had admitted to asking Rittenhouse to come and help. And my speculation is that in a situation like that, a family like that might feel some pressure not exactly to tell the truth. I'm not saying they did, I'm just saying in a situation like this, listen, they appear to be fairly recent immigrants, either the boys themselves or their father. And this might have put them in a specific state of mind, because their name, Kendry, is Indian or Pakistani. From their first names, I'm assuming they're Muslim, and they might have come. I couldn't find anything out about the origins of the Kendry family, but they might have recently come, at least one generation back, from a country where the legal system is, well, let's say, partial. And you have to be very careful in such a legal system not to put yourself in any point of weakness, in any place of weakness. So this might have had some effect on their state of mind. I'm just saying that, okay? But I want to make a couple of points, and the first point is it doesn't matter. But, well, point 0.11 is that it doesn't matter. 0.10 is this. Here we have Kyle Rittenhouse, branded as a white supremacist, putting his life on the line to protect them. That is, a Pakistani family or an Indian family of a different faith to his own, going out in the teeth of riots to protect their livelihood. So we have this white supremacist going out, putting his life on the line to protect a Pakistani or an Indian family from other white men. Is there not a certain disconnect in that? And nobody in The Guardian seems to have caught up on that yet. Obviously, because they didn't want to. They had to have, the left had to have a sacrificial kid, and a 17-year-old kid was as good as any other. That's the left for you. Vicious, vindictive, and utterly, utterly stupid. Now, as for the 0.101, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they actually told him to go away. The fact is, he was not on trial for protecting a parking lot. He was on trial for defending his own life. In any situation, if he just sort of wandered into the street, he would still, you know, without any particular reason to be there, he would still have had the right to defend his life. That's a basic principle of law. So whatever the Kendrys said didn't matter. And maybe that was going through their mind as well. I don't blame them. They were in an awful position and they had lost a lot. in those riots. Okay, but there you are. So this is what I was going to say. It's an example of how dreadful the left mindset is. As I said, vicious, vindictive, and utterly, utterly stupid. So stupid that I was brought in mind of the words of Dietrich Boenhoffer, who was another sacrificial lamb murdered by a dying Nazi regime, and they were on the wane as well, which is, I mean, a horrible example, but it gives me some hope. The fact that this present administration, and don't say it wasn't the Democratic administration that pushed for this, because I don't believe you. It started with the president-elect, who was calling Rittenhouse a white supremacist, or putting his picture up there along with other politically incorrect people, even before the trial had started, in his election push. So this was a central point of his appeal to people to vote for him. Let's get that kid. That's what he was saying. The Nazi regime was killing the Boenhoffer family. It wasn't just Dietrich, it was half of his family as well. In the days when the Soviet Union was already on German territory. It was like the last fling, now I would say, of a thoroughly evil regime. But no, that's not what Boenhoffer said. As he sat in Flossenburg concentration camp awaiting his execution, Boenhoffer wrote this: "Stupidity is a more dangerous enemy of the good than malice. One may protest against evil, it can be exposed, and if need be, prevented by use of force. Against stupidity, we are defenceless. Neither protest nor the use of force accomplish anything here. Reasons fall on deaf ears. Facts that contradict one's prejudgment simply need not be believed. In such moments, the stupid person even becomes critical. And when facts are irrefutable, they are just pushed aside as inconsequential, as incidental. In all this, the stupid person, in contrast to the malicious one, is utterly self-satisfied, and being easily irritated becomes dangerous by going on the attack. For that reason, greater caution is called for when dealing with a stupid person than with a malicious one. Never again will we try to persuade the stupid person with reasons, for it is senseless and dangerous." And I don't know whether stupid people gravitate to the left, or whether the left makes people stupid, but what Boenhoffer said 70 years ago is absolutely a description of your standard Guardianista here in this country, and I suppose a WAPO reader in the USA. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo, with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com, and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.